write the inverse for this rational function. To write an inverse, we first switch x and y. So this becomes x equals, because you have this negative here, I'm going to make this a negative 6 so I don't lose that negative in front. And change the x to a y. So we switched x and y, and again I move the negative up. Now I want to solve for y, so I get y by itself. In order to do that, the first thing I want to do is minus 5 from both sides. So that leaves me x minus 5 equals negative 6 over y plus 3. Okay, now I want to get y by itself, so I have a number, something equal a fraction, so I'm going to multiply both sides by this denominator. So I'm going to multiply both sides by y plus 3. Now, I'd also recommend to put this in parentheses when you do that, because it's the whole thing times y plus 3. This divides out. Do not FOIL the left side, just write it as y plus 3 times x minus 5 equals negative 6. So we almost made it worse, but we can quickly get rid of this piece. It looks kind of like a whole bunch of junk here, but can't we get rid of this whole piece by dividing both sides by it and getting y closer to be alone? So I divide both sides by x minus 5. And what I now have is I now have y plus 3 equals negative 6 over x minus 5. Oh, very close now. I just had to get rid of this 3. So if you minus 3 from both sides, you now have your inverse rational function. There is your inverse. Now, I do want to point something out. Look at the original, look at the inverse. They are very similar, and they're always very similar. There's a shortcut you can see. As you do problems like this, keep looking for a shortcut. There is a shortcut. There's a very close similarity between the inverse and its original.